see that. Believe me, I definitely see. I see what you're putting down there, Brown, but I'm not quite sure why it's not working here. Let's find out the reason why. Let's see what's going on. Can you guys hear me? Moon to Earth. Can you hear me, Moon? Do me a favor, give me a 5x5 if you guys can hear me all right. Let me know if you can hear me okay, because I am not quite sure if this software is working properly or not. I see Gloria, I see Bruce, I see Butch the Original. What's up with the Playboy? What's up with the Playboy? Can you hear me okay? Okay, so can you see the video? Alrighty then, do me a favor then, everybody. Double tap your finger right on the screen, which hits the like button, double tap on the screen. You know, today's video, you guys are going to truly understand why you subscribe to this channel. And I think that you guys, from the video that I'm going to show you, this video right here, you guys are going to understand the reason today why you are subscribed here. I know I'm not sure, the bit rate is lower than the recommended bit rate. We recommend you use a lower bit rate. So I think that I'm in Los Angeles and the internet kind of goes up and down on me. Jeff Vacone is here. Jeff hates pigs. Am I cutting in and out here? Is the sound okay? And then it says, now it's Cola. Boudreaux. Do I see Boudreaux in the room? Hopefully, you guys just stay with me. Eventually, this comes back in. I apologize for the internet. I had a new internet. Pro Say America DLZ is in the chat. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. I'm not sure why it's so lame. It is so lame. But let me see if I can close some different stuff here. And that will... Okay, let me know if you guys can hear me all right. Do we have... Okay. Cool. So are we still here? Can you guys still hear me? I know it. I'm not sure why. I think, remember, if they kick you out, come right back. Eventually this will work. The internet just does this in Los Angeles. It goes like this. Just stay with me, you guys. Double tap on the screen. Put in the comment section, Team DLZ, like Rancho Relaxo. Let me test my speed here. Maybe I could close a couple of these tabs because I got a bunch of tabs open that I want to show you guys. Let me see which ones I can sacrifice. I really don't want to sacrifice any of these tabs that I have open. I really don't want to sacrifice any of them. I want to show you guys every single tab that I have open because I want you to see the police state, prison state, death state that we live in. I'm so frustrated with this. And turn it off and turn it back on. Restart that bad chicken. Let me see if I can get friends in code on the phone. Let me see if I can fix this stream. Stay with me here. Let's see what happens. Let me see if I can call this bad chicken. Let's see. I'll see if I can fix this thing with you guys right here on the line. If you'll just bear with me, I will cut this part out when I air the stream. Hey, friends in code, I'm having a hard time with the stream. It says the stream's current bitrate is 2,446.95. Is lower than the recommended bitrate. We recommend that you use a stream bitrate of 6,800. And then I click on Open Widget.
Okay.
And it says stream health is good.
Don't even worry about opening widgets. Yeah, sometimes it complains about not getting enough, and it still goes. But if you're actually looking for it, you go to settings on OBS.
Okay.
And then when you're
Stream.
in settings and OBS, I think it is not so much streams. It's I want to say it's the video or something there.
Video. There it is. There it
I think
is.
it's video.
It is video. It's at base rate.
And you should be.
It doesn't have it. It says common FPS.
Pushing 6,500.
What's that?
I said you should be able to change it in there where right below the comment. You might actually have to, at the very top, it might be in basic mode so you don't get to see it.
Right. Right.
So all the way at the top of that settings window, there might be an advanced, and when you click it over to advanced, then it should give you the bit rate,
Yeah, because
and then beat rate.
none of these are clickable. Nothing in here is clickable. It's an advanced. Okay, go to advanced. Okay, there's bitrate, color format, color range, then stream, sources. Can you guys hear me all right?
It would be on the bit.
It would be on the what?
I can hear you fine. It should be on the actual video, on that video tab where you set most of it should be grayed out, but the bit rate you should be able to actually change on the fly.
Can't do it.
But if
Can't do it.
Then you're just stuck with what you got right at the moment until you hit.
All right. What did Bill O'Reilly say? Fuck it, we'll do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. I think it's just going to be a little choppy for the people. Let me know.
I gotta let you go. I gotta.
Thanks, Code. Appreciate you. Later, brother.
I'm coming into a bad storm.
Later, brother.
It's fine.
Give me a 5x5. You guys can hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. Ascend above. What's up, Playboy? What's up with the Playboy? What's going on out there in the land of the unfree America? So listen, I was watching videos last night, and I realized that my personal evolution has brought me to a point where I understand how bad the Supreme Court is screwing us over. And this video right here is going to illustrate how bad the Supreme Court is screwing us over. It is really, really bad. And so pretty much this guy, this video creator, let me show you what the video creator's name. This guy right here. So he right there, Inspector Penguin, right? 466,000. This is an AI video creator. This person probably lives in Ukraine or Vietnam or Zimbabwe, but this person uses an AI voice, and then they know about this much of constitutional law. They know this much because I'll tell you right now, every single thing that the creator says is wrong. And the sad part is this veteran right here, everything the veteran thinks that he knows is also wrong. It's like this Dunning-Kruger effect where you think you know more than you do. And believe me, I've been one of those people, and I, over the past 5 years, every time I said I'm a constitutional law scholar, I would go back and study. So even my own knowledge when I started off in the year 2000 here on this channel, in 2001 when I started here, I was wrong about a lot of things. And I know that now. Sorry, I was wrong. But I lived and I learned. And so let's get into this video, and I'm going to show you, and I'm going to stop it. I'm going to show you how many mistakes that this veteran makes, and how many and then the video creator is even more wrong. It's absolutely horrible how wrong the video creator is.
Matter, it's none of your damn business, dude.
Where are you headed to tonight?
Doesn't matter, it's none of your damn business, dude. I didn't go to war for you to play Billy Badass like this. All you're doing is eating too much and making that uniform look like crap.
Are you carrying? Are there any weapons down there? I get nervous when you move your hands like that.
This man was pulled over for no reason. He wasn't speeding, broke no laws, and drove a legitimate truck. When the man asked why he was pulled over, the officer claimed he couldn't see his license plate. The cop then demanded driver license and ID, but the man refused, saying he hadn't committed any crime and didn't consent to any search. When he asked for a sergeant, the officer ignored the request, and instead of de-escalating the situation, kept pushing further and trying to intimidate him. But this man knew exactly how to handle the situation, and he shut the tyrant cop down.
No. So the entire synopsis is wrong. The veteran was wrong about his rights. The cop in this situation, just to give you full disclosure up front, the cop in this situation spared the veteran and didn't arrest him and take him to the dungeon. And I'll show you the Supreme Court case law that makes what the cop did completely justifiable according to the Supreme Court. And when you understand the case law, I'm going to teach you guys the case law. I know I built this huge wall. We still haven't started teaching on it yet. I know that. but I'm going to teach you the case law for why this cop can pull this man over, and then why this guy has to give his license, registration, and proof of insurance. You guys do me a favor, put in the chat, Team DLZ. Everybody right now, there's 250 people. Put Team DLZ in the chat and take your finger and double tap on the screen. That hits the like button for me. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. 250 people in here. I guarantee you 2/3 of you guys are not subscribed. Hit the subscribe button. Follow my journey as I sue these judges. I'm suing 2 judges, a cop, a prosecutor, 3 bailiffs. Follow my journey if you would. Please hit the subscribe button. Consider becoming a channel member. Now I'm going to break down this video for you in amazing detail. I actually, just so you know how sometimes you're like proud of yourself? Last night when I broke this video down, and if you read the comments in here, you see me break the video down. I actually saw my own knowledge last night, and I was like, holy shit, man. You really have been just learning, and it's great. I'm super proud of myself in that regard, but I want to show you something.
How are you, sir?
Been better.
Why is that?
I got pulled over for no reason.
Okay. Well, it's not no reason.
Why is that?
Okay. Well, I couldn't see your license plate because of the tint in
So
your
no
windshield.
reason.
No, that's not no reason. How's that no reason?
Because you couldn't see it, now you do, and now it's there, and I got pulled over. I'm completely legitimate. I am a Texas registered. That tint's legal in Texas. Everything's legit. I got pulled over for no reason.
No, it's not a no reason. I didn't see it. I see it now that I
So
can
you're
walk
incorrect.
up to the car.
Okay, so now I got
Okay.
pulled over, and you were erroneous.
I'm not erroneous. My pulling you over was correct. But now
The cop is correct, and I'll give you the case law. Stay with me. Hey, Steve Conkler just gifted out 5 memberships. Captain Team DLZ in the motherfucking hizzy. Dennis D got a membership. Unidentified Enemy got a membership. Starlight's Zen Space got a membership. Neil Brecker got a membership, all because of Steve Conkler. Steve Conkler, everybody say hello to my friend Steve Conkler. Melissa is back. What's up, Team DLZ, Melissa?
that I'm up this close, I can
Now you see how you were incorrect.
Okay.
Am I free to go?
No, can I take a look at your driver's
Nope,
license real quick?
I don't consent.
Okay.
There's no legal reason for you to pull me over. You can keep walking, man. Am I free to go?
You're not free to go. I'd like to make sure you're okay to drive this car.
I'm good to drive this car. I don't consent to anything you have to say. Please leave. Please may I be on my way.
Okay. Where are you headed to tonight?
Doesn't matter. It's none of your damn business, dude. Let
Okay.
me go. I'm good to go. You have absolutely no right to have pulled me over, and you're just pushing this thing, and I got stabbed by one of you crap cops, and this freaking DA up here is charging me for it to keep it quiet. All you guys have done is terrorize me, and all you're doing right now is doing nothing, accomplishing absolutely nothing, and there's no reason for you to be messing with me. All you're doing is eating too much and making that uniform look like crap.
So just so you know, I'll give you guys a little precursor here. The 2014 case of Heenan versus North Carolina allows police officers to make mistakes of the law. In other words, he said he couldn't see his tag. And so the cop can pull you over because the Supreme Court said that they can pull you over and make a mistake, and you still have to give your license, registration, and proof of insurance. 2014, North Carolina, Heenan, H-E-I-N-E-N, Heenan versus North Carolina.
Okay. I'm not messing with you, sir. I couldn't see your license. if you
Right,
were
so am
driving.
I free to go?
So when the cop just said I couldn't see your registration, it now has become a legitimate stop. He walked up on the registration windows, even though this gentleman is within the boundaries of the legal tint, which is ridiculous as well. But they passed a Supreme Court law that said that this cop right here can make a mistake of the law, and you still have to go through the bullshit and give him your license, registration, proof of insurance. I don't want this to be true, but that's the fact. That's the law that the Supreme Court has created, the policy the Supreme Court has created. They work against us.
No, you're not free to go. I'd like to see registration and driver's license.
I do not consent. I don't consent. I don't consent. There's no reason for you to ask me for that. There's no reason for you to pull me over. You were erroneous. Ma'am, am I free to go?
I need to see your driver's
Nope.
license.
Am I
and your
free to go?
registration
I don't
before you go,
consent.
please.
I don't consent. No,
Okay.
there's absolutely no reason. There is absolutely no reason, pal, for you to ask for that when you were erroneous to pull that over.
Okay.
Am I free to go?
No, I disagree.
Call your sergeant down here.
Okay. I don't
Call
have
your
a
sergeant down here.
Okay.
Call your sergeant down here. There's
I-
no reason for you. You saw that it's erroneous right there. Everything, run my tags, do all that stuff. I don't consent to any reason you doing any of this. I absolutely detest everything in your being right now. Am I free to go?
No, I just need to see your driver's
No,
license.
don't consent. There's absolutely no reason for you to ask for that. Piss off, dude. Straight up, man. Straight up. I'm a combat veteran wounded warrior, and you have absolutely no reason. I didn't go to war for you to play Billy Badass like this. Go get your cop. Go get your sergeant. There's absolutely no reason for you to be pulling me over like this. I've been terrorized by the cops in this town, and you're doing your job to step in them shoes. I do not consent to anything. Am I free to go?
Okay, can I ask you how I'm terrorizing you?
Because you pulled me over for no reason. Am I free to go?
I pulled you over.
Am I free to go?
No, sir. I need to see your driver's license.
Nope.
and
I know.
registration,
I don't
please.
consent. Am I free to go?
No. Can
I don't
please-
consent. Am I free to go?
Can I ask you one question?
No. You already asked. You already done enough, man. Am I free?
Listen, this is a okay. So remember, this veteran is so sure, he's so 100% sure that because his tint is legal and because he has the copy of the registration, his temporary registration is in the back window as instructed by state law in Texas, this veteran is 100% positive that this cop right here has pulled him over erroneously or unconstitutionally, and he used to be right before the 2014 case of Heenan versus North Carolina. Now cops can pull you over, and if they make a mistake of the law that he says he couldn't see your registration, well, then that cop, you have to give the cop your license, registration, and proof of insurance. This is why you have to have a trifold. This is why you just give him your license, registration, proof of insurance, and you invoke your Fifth Amendment right, because he's so confidently wrong. And the video creator is even going to tell you how he's right, but he's not. They're wrong.
To go, ma'am? Are you his sergeant?
Nope.
Can you get your sergeant up here?
He's in charge.
This guy is not complying. He illegally pulled me over. He wants to search and seizure me and my being, and he has absolutely no reason to. Y'all terrorists can take this elsewhere. I'm not consenting.
Okay. If your driver's license is good, I just need to verify.
There's
that.
no reason. Tell me why you need to verify that. I wasn't breaking any law. I wasn't speeding, and you can see that my truck is legitimate. Why do you need to see anything?
Because of the 2014 case of Heen versus North Carolina. I don't want this to be right. I don't want to sit here and tell you how, yay, I'm for tyranny. I'm for the cops pulling you over unconstitutionally. This is why you use the trifold. You simply, when the cop pulls you over, if pretty much, let me just explain it to you. If you are behind the wheel of a car in any capacity, in a parking lot, in a driveway, if you are behind the wheel of a car and the cop pulls you over, let me see if I can find it here. I have a copy of give me 1 second here. The moment that cop pulls you over, you give him a copy of your license, your registration, your proof of insurance, and then you invoke your Fifth Amendment right and you use the trifold, because he's completely wrong. He's completely dead fucking wrong. And the cop is 100% right because of the policy, procedure, and protocol created by the Supreme Court. You guys, listen, there's 700 people here. I need you guys to double tap on your screen. Everybody just double tap on your screen like you're doing one of those old video games where you got to go like this as fast as you can. Double tap on your screen for me. And then put in the comment section, overturn Terry versus Ohio, because everything that justifies what this cop is doing is an extension of Terry versus Ohio. How many people can put OTVO in the chat? Let me see. Thanks for putting my GoFundMe in my own lane.
You don't go. Let me leave. I do not. You need. Y'all terrorists can take this elsewhere. I'm not consenting.
Okay. If your driver's license is good, I just need to verify.
There's
that.
no reason. Tell me why you need to verify that. I wasn't breaking any law. I wasn't speeding, and you can see that my truck is legitimate. Why do you need to see anything?
Because he can. That's why.
You don't go. Let me leave. I do not consent. Let me go.
Okay. All I want to do is.
Outside circle, you can use PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, or Zelle, and the moderators will put it in the chat for you.
Check that you're good to drive.
I'm good to drive.
Okay.
I do not consent. Let me go.
I don't know.
I don't consent. Let me go.
Okay.
Well, you pulled me over illegally because you could not see the license plate in my thing. Now your story is you don't know if I'm good to drive. Dude, I don't consent. Leave. You're terrorizing me. You're absolutely terrorizing me. Am I free to go?
No, the cop actually, just so you guys know, according to the policies and the rule of law, This cop is being extraordinarily kind, James Forbes. Good to see you, buddy. I wish that wasn't true. I wish we actually had our constitutional rights when you drive a car, but you really don't. And it's because of the Supreme Court.
Go.
No.
Why not?
To go.
Why not?
I just need to check, see if
No,
you're good to
I
drive.
do not consent. I am good to drive. I was driving just fine. You pulled me over for a tag violation, not because I was erroneously driving. Dude, you can push this as far as you want to go. You're on video. You're on live uplink, live load. You had better hope, Lee Wachowski, that you are correct, because you're asking me now that I'm not good to drive my vehicle when you just said that you pulled me over because you couldn't see my tag. Am I free to go?
No, I just need to make
That's
sure your
illegal
license
search
is
and
valid.
seizure. There is absolutely no, you do not need to. There's absolutely no reason for you to. I don't consent. There's absolutely no reason.
Okay, then will you provide me with your name and date of birth so I can check?
Nope. Dude, you can run these tags. That's everything right there that you need to do, that are you legal to do, and that you can see through the window like you just said. I do not consent. Am I free to go?
No, sir. It's very simple.
Get your sergeant on the line. I do not consent. I do not consent. I do not consent. Am I free to go?
No, sir. If you just let me see your driver's license.
There's no reason for you to do this, dude. Do you know who I... All right, I'll show you something. I'm not...
You are. Okay. Are you carrying? Are there any weapons down there? I get nervous when you move your hands like that. Okay.
Take that. That's ID.
He even showed his card to prove who he
Now, what's really annoying, and listen, you know, when I first came on the scene in 2021, I said and did some things that I was wrong about. I admit it. So for all the haters out there, you can say, man, Chille admitted he was wrong when he first started. I was wrong. There were things that I was wrong about. I was wrong about some things. I made some mistakes. But as I've been studying case law and the history of the Supreme Court and Supreme Court justices, what's really frustrating for people who actually know is what this creator is going to say here. He's completely, whoever this AI creator is, they're not a constitutional law scholar. They're completely and utterly wrong. It's so annoying.
was, and
Weapons down there? I get nervous when you move your hands like that. Okay.
Take that. That's ID.
he even showed his
That's not ID. This is not ID. Adams County corruption. Watch the video evidence here. Wounded warrior taking a stand against legal corruption. Lincoln Square. That's the ID that he gave the cop. That is not the ID. Listen, get a trifold from my website, delete Lawz, have your license, registration, and proof of insurance ready to go. Obviously, I'm not McLovin from the show Pineapple Express. Listen, I hate to say the words trust me, but trust me. I've been studying constitutional law for 25 years, the last 5 years, so intensely, it's unbelievable. This is not ID. And then the creator here he even showed his card. The creator of this channel is an AI creator who used a voiceover, probably doesn't even speak English.
card to prove who he was, and honestly, it's kind of hilarious how the officer kept pushing, trying to create a problem out of nothing.
No, the cop's right. Hey, Stokes gifted out 2 memberships. Thanks so much. Yeah. Thanks for the support. Yes. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Now you're trying to get legal, dude. Piss
I'm not
off.
trying to do anything.
Yep, you are.
But
You
check your driver's license.
Dude, that's my ID right there. Why don't you go look that up?
That is not ID.
Why don't you find out how you're going to wind up on film?
That's fine. I realize I'm on film.
Yeah,
I'm not
dude.
protesting
I do
that.
not consent. I do not consent. I do not consent. I do not consent. There is no reason for you to pull me over. You said you saw it now. Now am I free to go?
No, sir.
Don't consent. Get your sergeant up here. Get your sergeant up here.
They're
Get your
coming.
sergeant up here.
In the meantime, if you just let me see your driver's license and I check that you have a valid driver's license.
Okay, let me just explain something to you. Okay, no, this is live, everybody. This is live. Double tap the screen. That hits the like button for me. Consider subscribing to the channel, becoming a channel member that supports what we're doing here, because I'm going to teach you right now how this cop was 100% correct. When he rolled the window up, the cop could have smashed the window out and arrested him because of the Supreme Court.
The officer had no lawful reason to stop this man. He wasn't speeding, he broke no laws, and yet he was illegally detained for simply driving his legitimate truck.
So that's the 1984 case of United States versus Leon, L-E-O-N. United States versus Leon says that the police officer can make what's called a good faith exception. He has the good faith exception on his side, that he couldn't see the paper license registration, and so he can make a mistake of the law, and it's perfectly legitimate. It's perfectly legitimate. It's legal for him to stop him and make a mistake of the law. The 2014 case, coupled with the 1984 case of Leon versus United States, good faith exception, 1984, honest mistake of the law, 2014, those two cases right there combined equal the fact that the cop can pull you over erroneously and get your license, registration, and proof of insurance. And if you don't give it, the cop can kick your window down, break your window, pull you out, and arrest you. The guy who created this video, the AI creator, is not a constitutional law scholar, has not created a wall of 600 Supreme Court cases. He does not know what he's talking about. He's going to lead you into jail.
After the man the officer had no lawful reason to stop this man. He
did have a lawful reason. He has the good faith exception, 1984, Leon. He made a mistake of the law, 2014, Heenan versus North Carolina. Those two cases combined give him the right to pull you over and make a mistake. This is why you have to have a trifold in your car. You get pulled over, you give your license, registration, proof of insurance, and you be on your way after that because you plead the Fifth Amendment that you learned on the trifold. This is the reason why I give so many of them away. I sent off 25 trifolds yesterday to people who wanted free trifolds.
Wasn't speeding, he broke no laws, and yet he was illegally detained for simply driving his legitimate truck. Even after the man calmly explained he hadn't committed any crime, the officer still demanded his driver's license and ID.
He has a right to demand his driver's license and his ID because of the 2014 case of Heen versus North Carolina. And I'll pull the case law up in a moment here.
Under the Fourth Amendment, unless a driver is suspected of a crime or has broken a traffic law, they are not required to provide ID. The man...
Wrong. Dead fucking wrong. The Fourth Amendment was altered by the 1968 case of Terry versus Ohio. Hibble versus Nevada, 2004, says that you have to identify your first and last name if there's reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime, not just a hunch. You don't have to give ID. The 2014 case of Heenan says that if the cop makes a mistake of the law, the 1984 case of Leon versus United States says that the cop has a good faith exception. You get pulled over completely erroneously because your registration is valid. He just couldn't see through your legally tinted window. The cop is right. I don't want that to be true. I hate it. I fucking hate it. But that's what they've done to us. And it's been the unelected black robe tyrants at the Supreme Court. So this creator who wrote this is just...
Wasn't speeding, he broke no laws, and yet he was illegally detained for simply driving his legitimate truck. Even after the man calmly explained he hadn't committed any crime, the officer still demanded his driver's license and ID. Under the Fourth Amendment, unless a driver is suspected of a crime or has broken a traffic law, they are not required to provide ID. The man...
If you are driving a vehicle and the cop pulls you over and he articulates that you were pulled over for X, Y, or Z, and he has made a mistake of the law. Heenan versus North Carolina 2014 is about a guy getting pulled over and only one of his two taillights worked. Well, in Tennessee or Texas where it happened, you only have to have North Carolina, Heenan versus North Carolina. So in North Carolina, you only have to have one taillight working. Well, they searched him, they found some stuff, they arrested him, and then he sued and said, you had no right to pull me over, you only need one taillight. The Supreme Court then said, well, he can make a mistake and pull you over on accident, make a mistake. Then the good faith exception of Leon versus United States kicks in. And the good faith exception 1984 is again extended in Illinois versus Cruel 1987, where they uphold that good faith exception. It just keeps going. The 2009 case of Herring versus United States, again, upholds that good faith exception. Case law after case law after case law works against us. This is why people are like, I gave away 25 trifolds yesterday to people who emailed me their addresses. I put them in envelopes. I shipped them out. Okay. Why'd I do that? I don't make a fucking dime from that. Why'd I do it? Because you have got to use the fucking trifold. You give the cop license, registration, proof of insurance, you button your lip. And then he says, do you know why I pulled you over? It doesn't matter to me. You're going to do whatever you're going to do. I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. And then if he says he smells something or, give me your ID, give this to him and let him read it. If he says he wants to search your car, anything, it's all right here in your trifold. Why do I give away 25 trifolds to people that don't give me anything back? Why do I do that? Because the difference between you having the trifold in your car and not having the trifold in your car and listening to some YouTube creator who probably can't speak English, who uses an AI voice, he has no idea. The Fourth Amendment was dramatically altered with the 1925 case of Carroll versus United States. Carroll versus United States creates the automobile exclusionary rule. It's called the Carroll. Says that they can warrantlessly search your car. The Fourth Amendment says that no warrant shall issue but upon probable cause. Well, I thought you had to have probable cause to issue a warrant. The Fourth Amendment is the right of the people to be secure in their person, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated. That part shall not be violated. And no warrant shall issue but upon probable cause supported by oath or affirmation. And particularly describing the person or places to be searched or seized. All of that is out the window with the Supreme Court. What's going on? Is it Claudette? I'm not sure what's, what'd you say, Claudette? Claudette said something here. Oh, I know I'm lagging. I'm sorry. The internet is, I guess it's because it's Memorial Day and there's so many thousands and thousands of people who are online right now. I guess here in Los Angeles, the internet is going to lag a little bit. You guys, I mean, I wish I could pull up, let me see if I can pull up the comment section here. I want to show you guys what I said on here exactly and what I was saying to this. Let me see here. Give me 1 second. Bear with me here. Okay. So I think that it is here because I don't want to be wrong. I can't stand being wrong. I hate being wrong. I know the stream is a little bit screwy. I apologize, you guys. There's literally nothing I can do about it. The stream, because of yes, that's exactly right. BZ Watchdog is in the chat. BZ Watchdog is in the chat, everybody. So it's like, oh man, good to see you. Good to see you. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. I can see now, I'm looking at the screen. I can see that I'm pausing. Just stay with me because the internet's floating in and out of good care, bad care. Daniel Welch is an officer of the law, and he comes and watches, and he sent me several positive emails. Of course, I haven't talked to Daniel on the phone yet personally, but I will. I will. I always will. I know it. I don't think it's going to matter. I think that yeah, Jables. So if you guys go to my website, you can't click around too much. I have to go through and unblock people, but it's crazy because my website, I was getting attacked, but with DDoS attacks where people were attacking my website over and over and over. And so, yeah, I've got about 10 more videos to show you guys. Let me close some extra tabs here. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. Give me a 5x5 if you can hear me all right. And I will just continue here down the line and just pretend as though I don't have a lag problem, even though we do have a lag problem. What happens here? There that is. Yeah, I can see it. I got them all turned off. I don't know what's going on with the internet. You see that? You see the spinning ball of death there? It's just not.
I can call my mom up right now. You want to call my mom?
So in this particular video, I know it. Is it really that bad? I apologize. I know you guys can hear me okay, but the internet is lagging, and it's because there's so many people online right now because it is Memorial Day. And thank you to all of the veterans who have served. I'm sorry that a lot of you guys have been abused and used by our government. I got a spinning ball of death there. That's so funny. I'm so sorry. This sucks. It really sucks. I don't know how to do that, Crashes. I'm trying to turn down my bit rate. I go to settings and language, preview, studio, multi-view, video. I'm trying to figure out how to turn down that bit rate, but I just don't know how to do it. I don't know how to turn down the bit rate. Let me see if I can look in output, source, system preview, importer, studio. I'm really bummed out that this is not working. Oh, so you can hear me okay. Cool. So listen, you guys, if you go to the website and it kicks you off, you can't click around too much because that's what hackers do. So it'll kick you off. But if you can't get through to my website, just shoot me an email and we can use PayPal, Venmo, or Cash App if you're going to pay for any of my products. That would be great. But if not, then I need your address to be able to ship you one. And I had to stop at 25. At 25 free trifolds that I put into envelopes. I haven't mailed them off yet. But at 25 free trifolds, I had to stop and say, okay, you can't give away any more of these trifolds. You've got to stop. So it looks like, how do I open that widget? Poor. How do I change this? Bad chicken. It just keeps popping in and out. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to show part of this video now because we have to just keep going.
Who?
My mom.
Can't stand entitled college kids. I think they know the law.
Take a picture of me, please. That looks dope. No, seriously. That looks dope. Can you show it to your mom?
What started as a typical beach day quickly turned into a reality check for a group of entitled 19-year-olds who thought the rules didn't apply to them. Caught red-handed drinking underage, they didn't just deny, it got worse. Instead of cooperating, they tried giving officers a lesson on how to do their jobs, all while name-dropping their parents like that was a get-out-of-jail-free card. But when the law showed up, things didn't go their way. Here's what happened when police put the attitude in check.
I'll have it on me.
I'm asking you if you're 21. Take it out for me. Who's under?
So again, this cop is walking up to people to college kids on the beach and trying to ascertain if they're 21 years old or not because they're drinking. Like, is that what you really want the cops doing with our tax dollars? Is that what you really want them doing? Is that really the most important thing for cops to do? It is just so unbelievable. I know it, Complying Borg. I know it. I just can't stand it. I just cannot. Yeah, it's another AI voice. That's right. And this one is called Inside the Blue TV. And this is a cop sucking perspective. And they just want to bash college kids. 936,000 views on this video in 3 weeks. I don't think I have a single video that has 1 million views on it. So it's just so unbelievable. It's so unbelievable. And so they're going to harass these kids. The cop is going to harass these kids and make sure he gets them for underage drinking. Is that really what we want the cops doing with our tax?
21.
I'm not.
I know somebody is.
No.
So here's the deal. You lie to me, you're going to jail.
There it is. So here's the deal. If you lie to me, you're going to jail. Like, what a power tripping pig. Like, I don't want our tax dollars to be spent on trying to take down kids for drinking. So anyway, listen, if you go to my website and it kicks you off, just shoot me an email, DeleteLawz@gmail.com or Chille@DeleteLawz.com, and I will help you get a trifold. Whether you pay for it or not, it would be great if you could buy it, but I will make sure that you get a trifold. I promise you.
Simple as that. You're not the first people under 21 to drink alcohol. It's not that big of a deal.
If it's not that big of a deal, why are you threatening to send people to jail? And then Shane said it right. Here's the deal. Here's the deal, everybody. Here's the deal.
So I'm going to ask again, who's under 21?
Why do you care so much? Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit who's under 21 years old? I just don't understand. I just can't get it wrapped around my head. Where's Chevy? Where's Chevy at? But I don't understand. Why is it such a bit like, I'm not sure if you guys know this or not. I'll open this big for you for real quick. I've gotten about, I don't know, probably 10 emails talking about P-O-R-N. P-O-R-N. Not corn. It starts with a P. And I've had people email me and say, did you know you could no longer access online corn? I was like, what do you mean you can't access online corn? Apparently, the state of Texas has passed a law that says that you have to verify that you're 18 years old to be able to watch internet P-O-R-N. Are you freaking kidding me? Like, you really believe that you're going to be able to stifle online pornography? Does the government really want to try? They're doing it. I mean, they're doing it. I may or may not have checked. I went online and I took a look and I said, oh, can I access this? And you know what? You can't unless you upload your identification to the online pornography site. You give them your ID. I don't know about you, but if I was going to watch online corn cob, I'm not putting my ID online, and I'm certainly not sending off my ID to some corn company. Why would I want to do that? I mean, it's so unbelievable what Texas is doing. Texas also passed it made it illegal for you to criticize Israel or to divest your funding from going to Israel. That's what Texas has done. We are living in a horrible nightmare of right-wing authoritarianism. We really are. And believe me, we didn't have a choice, right? On the left, you had a person who would not answer a question. You know, is the sky blue? Well, it might be blue. It was blue yesterday. It could be blue tomorrow, and this is Kamala Harris. You know, what do you think about, whatever? What do I think about whatever? I think about whatever sometimes, but not very often. Sometimes I think about whatever, and then once in a while, whatever, I think about it, but I don't really think about it too in depth. And that was Kamala Harris. And then on the right, you had this guy going, hey, man, I know the answer to everything. I can end this war in Russia and Ukraine. I can end the Israeli war. That's the genocide in Gaza. I can do all those things, and I can do it now. I can fix the economy. I can lower the price of eggs. I can lower the price of groceries, and we're not going to be in any more wars. And then when dumpster fire got in, he violated the First Amendment, Second Amendment, Fourth Amendment, Fifth Amendment, Sixth Amendment, Ninth Amendment, 10th Amendment, and 14th Amendment. And you're like, holy shit. I mean, I knew how much we couldn't stand this nutball on the left, but this guy on the right is such an authoritarian copsucker. It's just so, he's created an executive order to unleash law enforcement on criminals. Well, what are you talking about? We've been locking up people with mass incarceration since the 60s and 70s, millions in the 90s, and it hasn't made our community safer or better. It's not better. There's not less crime, less drug abuse, less pornography. Now Texas has passed a law saying that you have to put your ID up to be able to watch pornography. I mean, what kind of bozo clown world are we living in? I mean, in all reality, are you kidding me? You think the most important thing is that you stop online pornography? Like, that's a real thing? I just couldn't believe it, because I went to the website, went to go take a look, and you know what? You can't access it. And then that's the other thing. Survive 2025 said, the dumpster fire has ended all federal investigations into police, all consent decrees in Phoenix and Louisville and Minneapolis and Florida, Arizona, New Jersey, New York, all consent decrees have been canceled. So if anybody was ever cheated by the police, they no longer can try to get justice through the federal government. April Rain is back, everybody. Oh, okay, it looks like the stream strength is strong. Let's watch a little more of this video.
Sorry. Okay. 547.
547.
Open alcohol, pure 60.
The citation's open alcohol container.
Like, are you kidding me? We got to get them. You got an open. No, JW47. I do not like Trump at all whatsoever. I literally hope that he meets his maker. He's a piece of shit. He's a total piece of shit. But we're not much better with JD Vance. I mean, we're living in an authoritarian right-wing police state. It's incredible. No, Mikey B. I am not. Mikey B's a big Trump supporter, and he has some arguments with I don't want to fight about politics. I don't think we would have been any better with Kamala. I was talking to my friend David earlier on the phone. I don't think that Green New Deal where they want to get rid of a phone or a computer or stop away taxing us is going to end global warming.
So what's the deal?
It's a $118 fine.
$118 fine.
Yeah, it could be $118 per closed can of alcohol. So I reckon you probably have a lot of closed alcohol. So imagine 118 times all that. Or I could take you to jail. That's the.
What a piece of shit pig. What a piece of shit pig. We don't agree. The long manable. We don't agree at all. I think the guy's a piece because he's violated our constitutional right. Oh, the stream is going to lag and it's going to screw me. So Walter from Texas is here. Artle is here. What is going on, Playboy? Let me see if I do this. Let me see if I go bing, bang. Let me see if I go bing, bang, bing, bang. Let me see if I close all of these. Oh, no. Oh, no. I hope I didn't close the stream.